Welcome to this place called Earth and the project Somatic Inversions, Behavioural Manipulations. In this short, Somatic Gaslighting, when your body's truth is invalidated until you doubt your senses. In this short, we explore and expose the mechanisms that shape behaviour beneath awareness. When your body knows, but you're taught not to trust it. There is a moment in manipulation where confusion becomes more powerful than fear. It's the moment you feel something is wrong, a tightening in your chest, a shift in someone's tone, a flicker of danger, and you speak it aloud, and someone tells you it isn't real. They don't have to shout. They only have to sow enough doubt that your interoception, your ability to feel and interpret your body's signals, starts to collapse. This is somatic gaslighting, the slow erasure of your internal truth until you lose the ability to trust your own nervous system. The body reacts first, then the manipulator writes. The reaction researchers like Antonio Damasio, Lisa Feldman Barrett, and Stephen Porges have shown that the body sends signals milliseconds before conscious awareness. Manipulators target that tiny gap. You feel tension, and they tell you you're overreacting. You feel hurt and inform them, and they tell you you're being sensitive. You feel danger, and they dismiss it and tell you you're imagining things. You feel anger, and they reframe it and tell you you're unstable. You feel the truth, and they tell you it's a lie or you're crazy. Over time, the nervous system stops signaling clearly. Your interoceptive accuracy erodes. Your instincts feel wrong. Your senses become negotiable. Not because you misread the world, but because someone trained you to mistrust your own physiology. The partner who rewrites your reality. In abusive relationships, gaslighting is rarely about facts. It's about states. A partner raises their voice. Your stomach tightens. You flinch even subtly. You say, "That scared me." They reply, "I wasn't shouting." You're dramatic. Stop imagining things. You always twist everything. You're too emotional. You're remembering it wrong. They don't dispute what happened. They dispute your bodily reaction. Survivors of domestic abuse often say, "Eventually, I couldn't tell if I was feeling something real or something they told me I shouldn't feel." This is not confusion. It is interoceptive distortion, the collapse of your internal truth. The group that replaces your senses with doctrine. High control groups and cults weaponize somatic gaslighting at scale. In Scientology, documented testimonies show that members were taught to mistrust their discomfort, their fear, their intuition, and their doubts. Members were told any negative feeling was a reactive mind, suppression, or spiritual deficiency. In NXIVM, trauma responses were reframed as personal failures, lack of discipline, or proof of self-sabotage. In Heaven's Gate, anxiety was interpreted as ego resistance. Groups replace your nervous system with their narrative. Your body becomes the enemy. The doctrine becomes reality. When governments and corporations undermine somatic truth, governments sometimes gaslight populations by reframing real dangers as exaggerations, legitimate fear as mass hysteria, public concern as misinformation, bodily responses as irrationality. This has occurred historically in public health scandals, war justifications, chemical exposure denials, corporate cover-ups, and environmental crises. Corporations also gaslight consumers. Trust us, the symptoms aren't related to the product. Your concerns are emotional, not factual, and there's no evidence. Ignore your reactions. This denies somatic data even when the body is accurately signaling threat. How the nervous system breaks under chronic invalidations. Somatic gaslighting corrodes interoception by 1. Replacing sensation with doubt. Your instincts feel wrong even when they're right. 2. Replacing truth with external authority. Your internal cues become subordinate to someone else's interpretation. 3. Creating cognitive override. You rationalize what your body rejects. 4. Creating trauma bonding. Your need for clarity becomes dependent on the gaslighter's approval. 5. Causing dorsal vagal shutdown. The nervous system collapses to avoid emotional conflict. In this state, people say, "I don't know what's real anymore. I can't trust my feelings. I only know how to feel when they tell me," or "my body feels wrong." This isn't a psychological failure. It's a physiological injury. The inversion we were taught: stop being so emotional. Don't overreact. Think logically. Separate feelings from facts and control your emotions. So to close this short, the inversion is, you weren't manipulated into disbelief. You were manipulated out of your body. Gaslighting doesn't erase facts. It erases the authority of your own nervous system. The body becomes a battlefield. Sensations become suspect, and your internal truth becomes negotiable. But once you reclaim trust in your sensations, the entire spell collapses. Clarity returns the moment the body is allowed to speak again.